as we insist.
A call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark.
This is the Red Top Show.
This is the path we shall not hide. Questions burning as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Top Show. Unfiltered, unafraid we stand. Breaking silence, we make our demand. With brass and strings, our anthem strong. To the chorus, we wave the wrong. This is the Red Top Show. This is the call, we shall not hide. Questions burning, truth as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Top Show. Tension in the air, with every heartbeat laid bare. Come surround us, suspense and fear. This is the truth of the world. This is the Red Top Show. It's the call, we shall not hide. Questions burning, truth as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Top Show.
In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Top Show. In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Top Show. In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Top Show. Voices rise from shadows, we insist. A call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Talk Show. In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows, we insist. A call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Talk Show.
Truth speaks louder than fear. We expose the real stories in politics, health, the economy, and global crises. Raw, real, and without flinching. If you believe in truth, if you believe in giving a voice to the voiceless, like, share, hit subscribe. Together we make the truth impossible to silence. Where truth speaks louder than fear.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Talk Show. I am Dr. Endy Paul. Tonight, I want to speak directly to you. Our communities are standing at a turning point. Every family wants the same thing: dignity, opportunity, and hope for a better tomorrow. Yet, too many feel left behind, unheard, and unseen. Here on the Red Talk Show, we don't just talk politics, we talk people. We shine a light on real struggles, and we look for real solutions. Because leadership isn't about left or right, it's about doing what is right. I believe in safer streets, stronger schools, and an economy that works for every hardworking person, not just the powerful few. And together, with honesty and unity, we can make it a real vision. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Red Talk Show. And stay tuned. And I'm asking you, as you start watching the Red Talk Show with me tonight, I would like you to please share with a friend, with a family members, and let's get the Red Talk Show real serious.
In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows, we insist.
All for life.
This is the Red Talk Show. Again, I am Dr. Endy Paul, and our future begins with the conversations we have right here and right now. The Red Talk Show, it's one of the show that you haven't seen before, you haven't heard before, because the media can't bring the contents, the real informations without flinch that we are bringing you. Tonight, let's talk about America, because America is on fire. Lies, power, and the price we paid. So many of you asking these questions. And we asking these questions without knowing who can answer the question for us. And when can we finally get an answer from our question? And tonight, I would like to say, yes, America is shaken. Again, the truth is buried beneath noise. Politicians are fighting for cameras, not for you. Corporations are cashing out while families drown in bills. And the media, they're too busy selling fear to report facts. If you just tune in, welcome to the Red Talk Show, where truth speaks louder than fear. Tonight, we're cutting through the headlines the elites want you to forget. Not the Polish versions, not the sanitized PR versions, the real America. Yes, the real America. That's what we're gonna talk about tonight. When we talk about the real America, we have to talk about the economy. The economy is not okay. I want you to know the economy is not okay. If someone tells you the economy is okay, you need to tell that person, stop lying to you. Let's start with the headline. Every politician manipulates. The economy is strong. Really? Based on what? Based on what? Based on PowerPoint slides or people lives? Here's reality. Groceries are up. Rent is up. Insurance is up. Medical bills are up. Wages flat, frozen, dead. The White House says inflation is cooling. But in real life, Americans feel like they're working just to stay poor. This is not an economic. This is a survival context created by billionaires and defended by the politicians they own. The left blames corporate greed. The right blames government spending. And the truth, they're both right and both guilty. America is being squeezed by a system designed to soften your resistance and strengthen their control. Tonight, we break it down lie by lie. Lie by lie. And we cannot talk about economic without talking about immigration. Immigration, the crisis both sides created. Border crossing hit record levels. The most weaponized issue in America right now, the right screams invasion. The left screams compassion. But both parties are performing. Neither has fixed a damn thing in 40 years. But both parties are screaming invasions. And the one side, and the other side, compassion. Congress hasn't passed meaningful immigration reform since 1986. Do you know that? In the meanwhile, migrant shelters overflowed. Governors ship immigrants like Amazon packages. Children work illegal factory jobs. Politicians fundraise off the chaos instead of solving it. This isn't a crisis. This is a political business model. If there were no problems at the border, half of Washington would have nothing to campaign on. And we all know that. The truth is this: America needs workers. America needs border control. And America needs humanity. But you don't hear that on CNN or Fox because it doesn't fit their fight script. Tonight, on the Red Talk Show, we expose how immigration become one of America's most profitable political scams. And if we talk about immigration, we may as well talk about election 26, 2028. The country is choosing sides and none are good. More to come on that. New polls show voters losing trust in both parties. Of course, I'm not surprised. Americans ain't stupid. The same recycled candidates, the same billionaire, yes, the same billionaire donors, the same broken promises, and the same result. Gridlock for the people, green light for corporate America. Both sides claim they're defending democracy, while both quietly undermine it. The real question going into 2026 and 2028 is not who will win. It is, will America accept the results? We are entering an era where nobody believes anything unless it benefits their side. That is the death of democracy. Not with bullets, but with doubt. Policing in America, the truth nobody wants to say. Another police video sparked nationwide protest. Here we go again. America is a country where the police are scared of the people, and the people are scared of the police. This is not normal. This is not sustainable, and both sides keep pretending it's just a training problem. Really? Let me make it clear. It's not a training problem. It's a trust problem. And the trust does not come from armored vehicles, riot shields, and militarized SWAT teams patrolling poor neighborhoods like a foreign occupation. Crime is real. Fear is real. But so is abuse, corruption, and the protections of bad officers who should have been removed years ago. Tonight, we're going deeper than defund or back the blue. We're asking the question America keeps avoiding. What does real public safety actually look like? Right now, we have a global tension America is losing influence. China, Russia, and the Middle East form new strategic blocks. The world is moving. America fighting culture wars and TikTok bans. China is expanding. Russia is challenging. Middle East states are rewriting alliances. Africa is rejecting Western influence. Latin America is distancing itself. This is not the 1990 century. This is not the 1990 anymore. America is no longer the unquestioned superpower. And the elites know this. They know this. They just hope you don't think about it. Because a nation that feels powerful, it is easy to control than a nation that realizes is sleeping. Tonight, we analyzed the future nobody wants to discuss. Sorry. A world where America is not the center, but a player. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. And right after the break, we're coming back live on the Red Talk Show.
In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows, we insist.
Call for light in shades of dark. We ignite the fire with every spark.
This is the Red Talk Show.
This is the path we shall not hide. Questions burning as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Talk Show. Undiligent, both unafraid we stand. Breaking silence, we make our demand. With brass and strings, our anthem strong. To the chorus, we win the wrong. This is the Red Talk Show. This is the power we shall not hide. Questions burning, truth as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Talk Show. Tension in the air, with every heartbeat laid bare. Come surround us, suspense and fear. This is the truth of the world. This is the Red Talk Show. This is the power we shall not hide. Questions burning, truth as our guide. Stand united, voice the unheard. In the chaos, let wisdom be stirred. This is the Red Talk Show.
In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows, we insist.
Call for
Truth
light.
speaks louder than fear. We expose the real stories in politics, health, the economy, and global crisis. Raw, real, and without flinching. If you believe in truth, if you believe in giving a voice to the voiceless, like, share, hit subscribe. Together we make the truth impossible to silence. Where truth speaks louder. Truth speaks louder than.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live on the Red Talk Show. Again, it's a privilege and I'm so happy to be with you tonight. So we are talking about America. So we stop where we in the segment that we were going to talk about was social collapse, the new normal. Social collapse, the new normal. We often see on news mass shooting, continued homelessness at record height, went hit historic levels, teen mental health crisis deepens. Every headline screams the same message. America is breaking socially, mentally, spiritually, but we keep telling ourselves we are the richest country in the world. Now, should we turn? Should we rewrite the script? We are the richest poor country in the world. Every problem is too complicated for politicians, but somehow simple enough to ignore. Tonight, we ask, why are Americans so exhausted? Why are families are collapsing? Why do young people feel hopeless? Why is everything getting worse at the same time? And the answer is not political. It is structural. America's system are cracking under their own weight. The truth America refuses to face. Tonight, we covered the headlines, but we revealed the truth behind them. America is not divided by Republicans and Democrats. America is divided by power and the powerless, billionaires and workers, truth and propaganda, reality and political theater. The fight in America is not left versus white. It is top versus bottom. And the people at the top, the ones writing the headlines, setting the narratives, funding the campaigns, want you to distracted, angry, divided, and tired. Because tired people don't fight back. Divided people don't unite, and distracted people don't see the truth. But the Red Talk Show is here to change that. If you're tired of lies, if you're tired of fear, if you're tired of watching America crumble while elites cash out, stay with us. Share this truth. Share this show. Fight for the truth. Because the truth is the only revolution left. Yes, it is the only revolution left. The economic and cost of living squeeze. And we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to show you facts of what we're really talking about. According to the US government on data between June 2024 and June 2025, grocery bills, food at home rose roughly 2.4 to 2.9. Meat, poultry, eggs, staples are up even more, about 5.6%. Rent and housing costs, the shelter component of consumer prices was 3.8%. That means rent and utility for many Americans just got more expensive. More expensive. Insurance cost, auto vehicle, and insurance related goods are up, and health insurance premium are forecast to jump 6 to 7% next year. Medical care, hospital services costs rose 4.2%. Physician service 3.2%. Medical bills for America seeking care are getting very pricey. In the meanwhile, median full-time weekly pay in 2025 is about $1,196. $1,196 real earnings after inflation have barely budget in many sectors. Real weekly pay was only 1 to 1.5%. So yes, grocery, rent, medicine, insurance, everything essential is climbing, but wages are inching up, not skyrocketing. What does that mean for ordinary Americans? It means more families are paying more just to survive. Eating, sleeping under a roof, getting medical care. Meanwhile, their paycheck, though technically bigger, by less than it used to. That more than any politician graph is the real economic reality. And this is the reality they don't want you to know. And let me tell you, this is not about complaining. This is about survival. Because when food, shelter, healthcare, everything you need to stay alive goes up and your income barely moves, something has to give. Something always does. Yes, housing crisis and rising homelessness. Now imagine if the squeeze gets so bad, paying rent becomes impossible. You might think it's a French problem. Think again. According to the latest federally counted data by U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, in January 2024, a record of 771,000 77,000 people in America were experiencing homelessness. On a single night, in shelters, transitional housing, or unsheltered, that's the largest one night count in U.S. history, a staggering 18% increase over the prior year. Homelessness isn't a marginal problem, it's a national crisis. Inflation, rising costs, stagnant wages, lack of affordable housing, it's a deadly combination. In the gut punch, while elites talk about market corrections or rising rents are normal, each new CPI rise, each new rent increase pushes more people out of homes and into the street. So when politicians say the economic is healing, yes, when politicians say the economic is healing, remind them 771,480 Americans beg to differ. We know about politicized immigration. We understand the facts versus the fear. Here's a headline everybody yells about: immigration crisis, border chaos. They talk about immigration crisis, border chaos, evasion. But let's talk facts. According to Pew Research Center, the number of unauthorized immigrants in the U.S. reached a record high of 14 million in 2023. Content reference. But here's the twist. As of mid-2025, the foreign-born population has shrunk by more than 1 million, the first decline in decades. What does that tell us? It tells us that immigration, legal or otherwise, is not a simple, steady flood. It fluctuates. And yet, the political panic machine runs year after year, even when the numbers go down. So why does immigration stay a headline issue? Because fear sells. Because politicians need enemies. Because the real crisis, affordability, inequality, cost of living, will demand solutions they don't want to give. Elections, political divisions, and who really wants things? Do you like to know? Next big show is scheduled to be 2026 to 2028 elections. But ask yourself, elections don't change conditions. Conditions change outcomes. When costs rise, when wages stagnate, when housing becomes a lottery, people get angry. And politicians exploit that anger. They exploit that anger. But look, which politicians have ties to the financial sector, to real estate, to big pharma and health insurance companies? Whenever you see legislation that helps the little guy, check the donors. Because behind every for the people speech, there is a back door filled with lobbyists, checks, and elite favors. So when both parties tell you the future rests on who wins, remember, many of them already belong to the same club. They don't debate whether you eat or pay rent. They debate how much they can squeeze out when you do. Do you know about the social collapse in America? Yes, social collapse in America, cracks you see everywhere. You can see those cracks everywhere. Cost of living, homelessness, economy pressure. But there is a deeper collapse, social, structural, human. When nearly 800,000 people are unhoused, when rents rise beyond what real income support, when families wonder if they can afford food or medicine, you don't just get poverty, you get social decay, loss of hope, loss of trust, loss of community, because survival becomes the main goal. Safety, not growth. Stability, not dreams. You start cutting back on health care, on meals, on time with your kids, on vacations, on quality of life. You get stressed. You get anxious. You get angry. That is the hiding cost of inflation, of inequality. A cost that doesn't show up in CPI tables. It shows up on the streets, in emergency rooms, in broken homes, in lost potential. Now ask ourselves, who profits, who lost? The elite, the system, the models? Let's not pretend there is no winner in this chaos. There are winners. I'm telling you, there are winners. And do you want to know the winners? The landlord? Yes, the landlords. Real estate investors. Insurance companies. Healthcare corporations. Big pharma. Financial institutions. Wall Streets. Every time prices rise faster than wages, their profits growth. Every time rents soar, the assets appreciate. Every time housing collapse, properties values shift. Taxes get restructured, and public debt increases. They get more leverage. Meanwhile, average people loss, family loss, communities loss, future losses. This isn't a glitch in the system. It's the design. And the design hasn't changed in decades. It just become more brutal. The truth America refuses to face. Tonight, we presented facts, grocery inflations, housing crisis, rising costs, homelessness, structural decay. We're not here to fearmonger. We're here to wake up. Because if you don't see the system tightening, now it will be too late to fight back when the walls close in. America is not divided by red and blue. It's divided by those who profit from suffering and those who endure. Wait, so ask yourself, who are you in this story? Who do you want to be? And most importantly, what are you willing to do when the system isn't built for you? I showed you earlier the CPI inflation summary. The data source from USA Bureau of Labor Statistics. Food at home go up 3.1%. Shelter go up 3.6%. Medical care services go up 3.3%. All items in the CPI that I just showed you early went 3%. On screen caption, prices continue climbing, hitting every American household. This is not just opinions. These are numbers straight from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Food price, inflation, food at home, 5-year trend. This is what I just showed you tonight. America. What are you rating? Let me tell you, food prices are over 25% higher than 2020. Grocery prices up again, still rising. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs price trend. Cluster bar. I just show you that. What it look like. Chicken go up 4.8%. Eggs 3.6%. Beef 5 to 10% depending on cut. Protein inflation hits working class families hard than ever before. Hard than ever before. America, I strongly believe that we need to wake up. We need to wake up right now. We can't keep sleeping while shelter remains the #1 driver of inflation in America. We can't sleep while we are underpaid and we are working 2 to 3 jobs. Zillow observed rent index went up to 30% since 2019. Wages up, however, the wages up 23%. You see the gap grows? Rent outpaces wages every single year. Medical costs supercut. Medical care surfaces inflation 1 year trend. Ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. I always say that, and I believe in that. Numbers don't lie. While healthcare gets more expensive, even if you don't get sick, you still need insurance. Insurance premium increases, auto and home, even though they're not giving you the service that they're supposed to give you. Side by side, I show you early, you see the price of insurance. They're not getting cheaper. They're not paying us more money, but yet auto insurance is 20% up nationally in 2024. Homeowners insurance is now 23% in 2025, especially in Florida, plus 50% in some areas. Insurance is no longer protection. Even though the insurance is high, but it's no longer a protection. It's a financial threat. Out-of-pocket healthcare costs higher. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. Co-pays was about $6,015 to working adults. You pay more even when your insurance covers less. You pay more money for insurance, but yet you get less. Is that the America that we dream of? Is that what the president promised us? Home prices are over 47% higher than in 2019. The American dream is farther away than ever. With burning map of America. USA heat map data source US Census Bureau 2023 to 2024. In 23 states, over 30% of winters are went burn it. In much of America, went it's half your paycheck. This is the America that we all dream of. Wages inequality, real earnings, inflation adjusts from 2020 to 2025. I show you all that earlier. And we see real wages are down 0.7% over the last 4.5 years. Wages are stuck. Price are not. You pay your insurance more money, they give you less service, and your paycheck still stay the same. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching right now, please hit share, like, and subscribe. Please. Let's keep the Red Talk Show alive by hit subscribe, share, and follow. Your paycheck buys less every year. The 10% button, 50% income share. Stick bar or donor data source USA Census Equitable Growth Analyst show the facts that top 10% control 38% of all income. All our income is 10%. Bottom 50% control just 11%. America wealth is not rising. It's concentrating. It's concentrating. The squeeze cost of wages flat. They're squeezing us flat. Food up. Rent is up. Medical up. But we get paid less. We get paid less. Everything costs more except your paycheck. Who benefits? Who pays? Inequality summary? Who pay? Who is the reason why rising prices, rising rents, rising insurance, declining real wages, rising inequality? This isn't a failure. It's a design. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a design. This is the Red Talk Show, where the truth matters. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say to you, good night. And thank you so much for watching the Red Talk Show. So I will see you again tomorrow night. And tomorrow night we have something bigger and better. So remember, the only way we can keep this alive, we can keep the Red Talk Show alive, is only if you only share, like, and hit the subscribe button. Thank you, everybody. So we're gonna go. We thank you so much for being there with us, our friends in Facebook and TikTok and YouTube, as well as our friends on Teleanakaona, SWECV. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We are about to say goodbye to you all. We're gonna leave the air, but remember one thing for sure. I'm gonna leave the air, but the show will not leave the air. You're gonna have the show. You're gonna keep having the show until the show gonna be there. It's just me going off the air, but you're gonna have access to continue to watch the show. Thank you so much. We are getting ready to leave. But before I leave, I'd like to say thank you to every single one of you who watched the show. And I would like to ask you for one simple favor. I'd like to ask each one of you. If you are watching tonight and you see we don't have that many people, we only have 1 or 2 people watching. Yeah, we just started again. We don't have that many people who are watching. We relied on you. We really relied on you to help us with the show. So every single one of you, tomorrow, let's invite a friend and a family. And I want you to give me your suggestions as well, so I can make this show better and bigger. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you all. I will see you on tomorrow for a better show, a better Red Talk show with another topic. Bye bye, you all.
In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Talk Show. In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Talk Show. In a world where truth is twisted, voices rise from shadows. We insist, a call for light in shades of dark. We ignite a fire with every spark. This is the Red Talk Show.
Speaks louder than fear. We expose the real stories in politics, health, the economy, and global crisis. Raw, real, and without flinching. If you believe in truth, if you believe in giving a voice to the voiceless, like, share, hit subscribe. Together we make the truth impossible.